Students, welcome to this 13th lecture of Abstract Algebra, and we start Unit 4. Here we'll be going to discuss about linear transformation. So we see its definition. Suppose capital U and capital V are two vector spaces on a field capital F. Then a function capital T, which is defined from capital U to capital V, and this capital T, this function capital T, it is called a linear transformation if it satisfies two properties. First one, T of alpha plus beta is equal to T of alpha plus T of beta, where for all alpha beta these are elements in capital U. Alpha beta belongs to capital U, that means domain. And second one, T of A alpha equal to A T of alpha, where A is element of field capital F. For all A belongs to capital F and for all alpha belongs to capital U. If these two properties are satisfied by capital T, then T is called linear transformation, and we can write these two properties in a single statement as T of A alpha plus B beta equal to A T of alpha plus B T of beta. For all AB belongs to capital F, that means field, and for all alpha beta belongs to capital U. And T of alpha is called image of alpha. In next slide, in this diagram, capital U and capital V are two vector spaces, and a linear transformation capital T is defined between them. Alpha is element in capital U, then T of alpha is element in capital V, and T of alpha is image of alpha. Similarly, T of beta is image of beta. Now we see a question. Suppose capital T from V3 to V2 is defined by T of x1 x2 x3 is equal to x1 minus x2 comma x1 plus x3. V3, that means a collection of three tuples, so it's an element where T will be applied is in form of three tuple x1 x2 and x3, and V2 is collection of two tuples, so here we get two tuples element x1 minus x2 first element and x1 plus x3 second element, and this is two tuple. So T from V3 to V2, which is defined by this, and show that this is linear transformation. Solution. So first we write given that T of x1 x2 x3 is equal to x1 minus x2 comma x1 plus x3. This is equation 1. Suppose alpha beta belongs to V3, that means we take two elements in domain V3. Then alpha is equal to, since we have taken elements alpha beta from V3 and V3 is in the form of three tuples, so alpha will be also in form of x1 x2 x3 and beta will be also in the form of, suppose we take y1 y2 and y3. So alpha is equal to, suppose x1 x2 x3 and beta is equal to y1 y2 y3. And to show that capital T is linear transformation, for which we have to prove two properties. First property, T of alpha plus beta is equal to T of alpha plus T of beta. We will show this. So T of alpha plus beta, we put value of alpha x1 x2 x3 and value of beta y1 y2 y3, and alpha plus beta, what it will be, x1 plus y1 comma x2 plus y2 comma x3 plus y3. Now T of x1 x2 x3 from equation 1, it is clear that T of x1 x2 x3, it is x1 minus x2, that means first term minus second term, comma x1 plus x3, that means first term plus third term, last term. So T of x, suppose this is x1 x2 x3, so T of x1 x2 x3, it will be x1 minus x2 first term minus second term, comma first term plus last term, this. and we arrange it x1 minus x2 plus y1 minus y2 comma x1 plus x3 plus y1 plus y3. This is equation number 2. Now we find t of alpha plus t of beta. Alpha x1 x2 x3 we put here, and beta y1 y2 y3, and t of x1 x2 x3 from the definition x1 minus x2 comma x1 plus x3. Similarly y1 minus y2 comma y1 plus y3. Now we add the first term to this first term x1 minus x2 plus y1 minus y2 comma, and the last term add it to last term x1 plus x3 plus y1 plus y3, and left hand side we write implies t of alpha plus t of beta. From equation 2 and from equation 3 we see that right hand side on both equations are same, so it is clear that t of alpha plus beta is equal to t alpha plus t beta. So from equation 2 and 3 this proved. Now we are going to prove second property, which is t of a alpha is equal to a t of alpha for all a belongs to capital F, that means field, and alpha belongs to V3. Let a belongs to capital F and alpha which belongs to V3 in the form of x1 x2 x3. Now t of a alpha, t of a, and value of alpha is x1 x2 x3. From equation 1 t of x1 comma x2 comma x3, that means first term minus second term comma first term plus last term. We take common a from both x1 minus x2 comma x1 plus x3, and we can write this in the form of t of x1 comma x2 comma x3, and x1 x2 x3 this is value of alpha, so we got t of a alpha is equal to a t of alpha. We have shown two properties, so we can write that t is linear transformation. This proved. We take another question. If capital T from V2R to V3R defined by t of AB is equal to a comma b comma 0. T of AB, why we have taken here AB, that means two tuples, because T is applied in V2. V2 that means set of two tuples elements, and V3R that means set of three tuple elements. Then show that capital T is a linear transformation. Solution. First we write, given that t of AB is equal to a comma b comma 0, this is equation 1, and make a diagram V2R, V3R, AB is element in V2 and AB0 is element in V3, and capital T is the mapping from V2 to V3. We will show that t of a alpha plus b beta is equal to a t of alpha plus b t of beta for all AB belongs to capital F and alpha beta belongs to V2R. In the previous questions we have proved two properties, t of alpha plus beta is equal to t alpha plus t beta, and second t of a alpha is equal to a t of alpha. Here we will prove single property. First suppose AB belongs to capital F and alpha beta belongs to V2R. Then since alpha and beta are elements of V2R, and V2R is a collection of two tuples, so alpha is in the form of A1 B1 suppose, and beta is in the form of A2 B2. Now t of a alpha plus b beta, we directly start from the left hand side. T of a alpha plus b beta, a, and value of alpha is A1 B1 plus b, and value of beta is A2 B2. Now this will be AA1 AB1 plus BA2 BB2. Now we add the first term AA1 and BA2, and the same last term AB1 plus BB2. So it will be AA1 plus BA2 comma AB1 plus BB2. Now this is T of A comma B from equation 1. From equation 1 T of A comma B, A comma B comma 0. So we apply here A comma, this will be B comma 0. Now we can write it AA1 comma AB1 comma 0 plus BA2 comma BB2 comma 0. Again we solve it, we get this AA1 plus BA2, second AB1 plus BB2, and 0 plus 0 is again 0. Now we take a common A from first term and take a common B from second term, and A1 B1 0 we can write it T of A1 comma B1, and similarly we can write this T of A2 comma B2. A1 B1 we put alpha, A2 B2 we put beta, and finally we got T of A alpha plus B beta is equal to A T of alpha plus B T of beta. So we can write, hence T is linear transformation. This proved. You know, it is a homework for you. T V2R to V3R defined by T of AB is equal to A comma A plus B comma A minus B. Then show that this is linear transformation. Now we see properties of linear transformation. For this there is a theorem. If capital T is linear transformation from U of F, where F is field and U and V are vector spaces, T is linear transformation from U to V, then this theorem says that these three properties, first T of vector 0, it is vector 0 which is denoted in the dark circle. T of vector 0 is equal to 0 dash, where 0 and 0 dash are respectively 0 vectors of U and V. Second, T of minus alpha is equal to minus T of alpha for all alpha belongs to capital U. And third one, T of alpha minus beta is equal to T alpha minus T beta for all alpha beta belongs to capital U. Let us see proof. First we write, suppose T from U to V is linear transformation. Then by the definition of linear transformation, what we know? We know that T of alpha plus beta is equal to T alpha plus T beta. This is first property given by equation 1. And T of A alpha is equal to A T of alpha, second property given by equation 2, for all A belongs to capital F and alpha beta belongs to capital U. This comes from definition of linear transformation. Now we start proving proof of 1. T of 0 is equal to 0 dash. Since 0 and 0 dash are 0 vectors of U and V respectively, in this diagram this is capital U and this is capital V, both are vector spaces. Alpha belongs to U and T is linear transformation, so T of alpha belongs to capital V. If alpha is an element of capital U, then T of alpha will be an element of capital V. Similarly, 0 is an element of capital U, then T of 0 will be an element in capital V. 0 is 0 vector of capital U. Since 0 and 0 dash are 0 vectors of U and V, therefore we can write that T of alpha is an element of capital V. So T of alpha plus 0 dash is 0 vector of capital V. So if we add element of capital V to 0 dash, we again the same element. So T of alpha plus 0 dash, we get T of alpha. Implies alpha is an element of capital U. So we can write alpha is equal to alpha plus vector 0, because alpha plus vector 0 is again alpha, because 0 is 0 vector in capital U. Now from equation 1, what does equation 1 say? That T of alpha plus beta is equal to T alpha plus T beta. This is from equation 1 because of linear transformation. So T of alpha plus T of 0. By left cancellation law, T of alpha will be cancelled and we get 0 dash is equal to T of 0. T of 0 is equal to 0 dash. This proved. Now we come to the proof of 2, where we have to prove T of minus alpha is equal to minus T of alpha for all alpha belongs to U. So we start T of alpha minus alpha. Alpha minus alpha is equal to vector 0. So now we can write minus alpha as a plus of minus alpha. So T of alpha plus beta, T of alpha plus beta, we can write T alpha plus T beta by definition of linear transformation. And T of 0, recently we have proved in proof of 1 that T of 0 is equal to 0 dash. So T of 0 is equal to 0 dash. Now T of minus alpha and T of alpha is transferred to the right hand side and we get minus T of alpha. This proved. Now we see proof of third, where we have to prove T of alpha minus beta is equal to T alpha minus T of beta. So we start T of alpha minus beta. We can write T of alpha minus beta as alpha plus of minus beta. Plus minus is again minus. And T of alpha plus T of beta. From definition of linear transformation, first property, T of alpha plus T of beta is equal to T of alpha plus T of beta. T of alpha is same. T of minus beta, recently we have proved in second, T of minus alpha is equal to minus T of alpha. So T of minus alpha is equal to minus T of alpha. We write a reason in black pen here. T of minus beta, so what it will be? Minus T of beta. From this property we put beta as alpha. So T of minus beta is equal to minus T of beta. Plus minus minus, and we finally got T of alpha minus beta is equal to T alpha minus T of beta. This proved. So in this lecture we understood about the linear transformation, how to prove a linear transformation, and some properties of this. Thank you.